Hello, ladies. Um, so today I am 12 weeks and 0 days pregnant, and so I'm gonna do my vlog. My baby is the size of a plum, and I have gained 2 pounds total, so I'm still 122. Um, I don't have my measuring tape with me right now, and I'm not really quite sure where it is, so I will just have to do that next week. But I don't think I've gained any in my belly. Um, but this week, everything, all those pregnancy symptoms that you're supposed to get in the first couple weeks, I finally started getting. I have waves of nausea that come out of nowhere, and one minute I'm fine, and the next minute I'm dry heaving, and it's really unpleasant, but it goes away really fast. And my boobs hurt so bad. They're not growing still. They're still the same size as they have been since I gave birth to my son. Small. So my boobs still aren't growing, and I wish they would, but they hurt so bad. I'm always telling my husband to like massage them and how I need a heating pad and stuff. And also, I have been getting really bad cramps. Yesterday, I was just completely miserable. My lower back hurt so bad, and I felt like I was on my period, and I was having menstrual cramps, and it was just so uncomfortable. And also, like when I'm sitting, I don't know if it's sciatic pain because I never had that with my son, but it's a pain from like kind of my butt, hip, all the way down to my knee, and it just won't go away when I'm sitting, and it's kind of like a sharp pain. Um, so I don't know if that's sciatic pain or not. If you've had that and it sounds like that, let me know, because I never had that before. And yeah, I think that's it for symptoms. Um, And then, as you can see, my husband and I got our first Christmas tree. Um, it's not our first year together, but it is our first year married. So we bought our own Christmas tree and our own ornaments and stuff, and I think it's cute. Got character. And we also went to my father-in-law's house and we watched a movie, and my husband still neglected to tell him that we're pregnant, or that I'm pregnant. So he still doesn't know. I don't know when he's going to tell him, but I wish he would. I don't want to do it because he's not my dad, and I don't really have a relationship with him, so it's just kind of awkward for me. And I told my parents, so I just wish my husband would tell them. I'm going to start getting really big, and it's just going to be awkward, like, oh yeah, I'm already, you know, 3, 4 months pregnant, and I never told you. So hopefully he tells him soon. Um, Also this week, I've been able to hear the baby's heartbeat on the Doppler. I'm still not doing it very often because it takes me like 20 to 30 minutes to find it, and when I do find it, I just hear it for like 3 seconds, and then the baby moves or something, and I can't find it again. But I do hear it, and it's still so faint that it doesn't pick up as like telling me what the beats per minute is. But I can definitely hear the difference in my heartbeat and the baby's heartbeat. So I'm hoping that in the next couple weeks, um, we'll be able to hear that. And then also I can feel the baby moving almost every day now, especially whenever I am poking at my uterus. I feel the baby roll over or kick back. I think I said that last week, but that's still happening, and I'm starting to feel flutters more often now. So I feel like in the next 5 weeks or so, those will be some really prominent kicks, and I'm hoping. And we haven't bought anything new this week. We got those green little pouches, which I showed you last week, and they're awesome. I love them. But other than that, we haven't bought anything new. I found a DIY maternity jeans thing on Pinterest, and I'm going to try that and it's really easy. Because I'm not to the point where I need maternity jeans yet, but I kind of am, because when I sit down, my jeans, cut in. when I'm standing, I'm fine, but sorry, I'm so gassy. When I'm standing, I'm fine, but when I sit down, it starts making me even more crampy. So I'm gonna do that this week, and then I maybe will do a tutorial on it, or I don't know, just tell you guys. If you want to see a tutorial, let me know, and I will do that. Um, and what else? Oh, I don't know if I've ever talked about college with you guys, but I used to go to college at just our local community college, and then when I graduated high school, I kind of stopped going. So I have 45 college credits, and I did go to the college, and I took college classes on the college campus, and I was a college student, but I was still in high school. So I have been in the process of switching colleges, and transferring colleges is just like beyond ridiculously annoying and difficult, and I can't believe it's so difficult. So with that, I had to apply to the college. I had to get accepted to this college. I had to give them I had to order an unofficial transcript, and then I had to get it to them, and then I had to either retake the placement test or go to my college and get an official paper of my placement test scores, and then bring it to the college. And the colleges are 3 hours apart, so. And then I had to like apply for financial aid, and then I get that approved, and then accept it, and all of that. And so I've been working on that for a couple months, and finally today I set up my advising appointment, which is my very last step. So next Wednesday, which I will do an update right after, so I'll let you guys know about it. But next Wednesday, I meet with an advisor. We sit down and we look at my transcripts, and we look at what credits transferred over, and then we talk about what classes to take and what to do next. So that's next Wednesday. I'm really excited because I get to apply for class, or like register for classes that day with my advisor, and then I can order textbooks, pay for tuition, and get done, because winter quarter starts like in January, and that's less than a month away. So that's really nerve-wracking. Also, before my next update, I have my ultrasounds. I'm really nervous for both of them. I have them on the same day, next Monday, December 10th. The first one is at 1:30, and the second is at 2. So I go to my regular OB, and I get my NT scan, which is the nuclear translucency test or whatever, where they measure the back of the baby's neck, the neural tube, and then they measure the nasal bone to see if you're at risk for Down syndrome. I wasn't with Jackson, so I'm hoping I'm not this time, but it's still nerve-wracking. Also, they'll be checking my cervix and my fluid and yada yada, all that regular stuff. So I'm nervous about that because I think that was the first appointment where they realized that I had a short cervix last pregnancy. So my cervix is fine right now. Well, at 8 weeks or whatever, my last ultrasound was 7 weeks, 6 days, was 3.63 centimeters, and it's supposed to be between 4 and 5, so it's still long enough. With my son, it got down to like 1.4. So I'm nervous for that, and then I meet with my OB, and I just talk to him about stuff. Oh, and at the NT scan, they also prick your finger, and they put it on like 6 or 7 little dots on a piece of paper, and they also test that. So, and then right after that, my OB's at a hospital because I am high risk, and so I go to a different building in the hospital, and I meet with a perinatologist. It's the same doctor that I saw with Jackson when I was like in the danger zone or whatever, and I had to go in more often. It was like between 19 weeks to, I think we stopped seeing me at like 30 weeks because that was like far enough along. And so I go there for another ultrasound where they'll also be checking the baby, and then checking my cervix and checking my fluid, and then I meet with the perinatologist that I saw last time, and we talk about a cerclage. I did not get a cerclage with my son because they didn't even like start worrying about it until I was 19 weeks, and then that's already like too late because the surgery and getting it's basically a stitch around your cervix that keeps it from shortening and dilating. But if you do get it, you can't lift anything over 5 to 10 pounds, which means lifting my 30-pound son would be out of the question. And you're basically either on pelvic or bed rest. And then you can't have sex, you can't have orgasms, anything like that, because you risk ripping the stitch. So I'm nervous about that because I don't want to have to need it, because if I have to need it, I'm going to want to get it, and if I want to get it, then the rest of my pregnancy isn't going to be fun. It's going to suck. But at the same time, if I don't get it and my cervix is shorter, then they're going to want to monitor it, and I did weekly vaginal ultrasounds with my son last time. And if you have never had a vaginal ultrasound, then lucky you. And if you have, maybe you kind of feel my pain. It's a probe that's about this thick and about this long, and they just put a condom on it, put some gel on it, and stick it up your vag. So, and then they are moving it around, and it's just so uncomfortable, and it's awkward. And sometimes I had them once a week, sometimes I had it twice a week. So I had between, 30 and 40 of these ultrasounds, and they suck. So, plus, my hospital is 45 minutes away, and it's a drive, and bringing my son, and it's just, so hopefully my cervix is stable, and it is long, and all I have to do is stick with my progesterone suppositories. So wish me luck on that, and hopefully everything will go good. And then I might update you Monday, and I might update you just on Wednesday, and I probably, hopefully, will take videos of your ultrasounds. So, sorry I rambled for so long. I was trying to make this a short video, and now it's 12 minutes. So I will show you my belly, and I'm not measuring this week because I don't know where my measure is. Sorry I'm totally scrubbing. I'm really tired today. I don't think I've gotten any bigger. I say that every week. I'm ready to just pop out, but I'm not. And this is every week when I take my photos and I show you my belly, I'm actually sucking in. So, because I have a lot of like extra fat, and I know once I start getting an actual belly, you can't suck those in. So, I just figured I'd suck in until I can't anymore, and then you'll see like the real thing. But if you want to see, like, I'll show you what it looks like not sucking in. I look really pregnant then. So, not sucking in. This is how pregnant I look. One of these days I'll switch to just regular tummy. And here's push it up. And this hasn't changed. This looks exactly the same. This looks exactly the same. So, even if I hadn't sucked in with all my vlogs, it still looks the same. It's really no different. But I see a lot of people. I know Geneva, she feels like she's really big for 12 weeks, and she's really not. She's small. I look huge for what I should be because I never lost my baby belly with my son. It's a lot of extra fat that's just there and gross. So when I'm, walking around the house or going to the store, I'm not sucking in all the time. I'm just, ugh. So if you feel like you look too big for however far along you are, you probably don't. Because I've looked like this since I was TTC. I looked 4 or 5 months pregnant. So yeah, that is that. Hopefully, it will start turning into an actual baby bump soon. So I am going to leave you, and I'm going to go join my son while he takes a nap. Bye.